The other guy up here might be a little bit of a surprise for some in my times of talking about Reek Woolen, and that I haven't always been, I'm very much a benefactor of Reek. I like his game a lot. And I think that he is a guy, as you'll see with a few of these, that going to be motivated, coming into a contract year, going to be a free agent after this year. Go out there and you go get yourself 5, 6, 7, 8 interceptions this season from the outside cornerback position. You're talking 20, 22, 23, 25 million per year that you could expect to get on a contract extension. Those guys that can take the ball away on the outside with his size, length, and speed will be well paid. So there is a lot on the line for Reek Woolen to give you the best version of Reek Woolen this upcoming season. When you look at Reek from the standpoint of grades, first year, 71.6, 61.1, 67.9 last year. So kind of bit of the best year was the first year there, especially when you take into account that was the one where he had most of the interceptions on that side of it. And so you do kind of look at that and go, okay, is he going to take another step forward? And I do believe he will. The thing I do like about last year when you look at that is that the run defense scores and the tackling scores came up in a big way. Because you look at 2022 and 23, there's a lot of red and orange there, isn't there? You got a lot of bad grades there as far as both tackling and in run defense. But last year, run defense came forward, and then the tackling came a bit forward as well. Still had those moments that weren't the best, still not even a league average tackler for the position and how he played it on that, but it came majorly forward from atrocious the first couple of years for where it had been. He is legit as far as the coverage goes. I mean, that's the part where you just can't knock him at all on this. He doesn't give up very much yards in the air at all. 549 his first year, 391 his second year, 393 last year. So he's really good at that. The catch percentage is in a pretty nice place. Last year, 67 targets, but only gave up the 37 catches, so 55%. That's really good in this league. As a cover man, there are no questions with Woolen on that side of it. And with his 11 interceptions through his first 3 years, you know he's got the ball skills in addition to it. A lot of other close calls in addition to those 11 interceptions. I think he breaks through this year on the back of mainly the picks, where he's going to be able to be given opportunities with this defense of having a lockdown kind of defense, a top 5 defense. That's really going to benefit those outside corners because there's going to be more of those situations where there's going to be pressure and those quarterbacks needing to have to, make a play when stuff's on the line, needing to make maybe a throw they didn't want to have to make. There was a throw yesterday we were showing with Kobe Bryant and breaking down his tape where you had Kyler Murray rolling back left after some early pressure on the play in his own end zone. And Kobe makes a really nice job of covering things up to the near side of the field for Kyler Murray. And Kyler knows he's got to get rid of the ball. He's in his own end zone, and he just decides to whip it back across the field, back across his body, and throw it 40 yards with Woolen standing right in front of Marvin Harrison. And Woolen comes this close to picking the ball off. You're going to force these kind of throws from quarterbacks. And that's one of the things that Woolen's going to need to get those picks. Is have QBs that have got their time, their clock sped up just a little bit, not able to go through all their reads, or maybe got a guy hanging off them, so they're trying to have to kind of throw it. This is where those guys that have ball skills, that can jump a route, that can play the ball better than the receiver at times, really get the benefit of that. And I think that's going to happen this year. McDonald's, I think, is going to dial up a little bit more of the pressures. 22nd in blitz rate last year. I think you're going to be more middle of the road this year. They've already talked in OTAs about McDonald feeling more comfortable with dialing up some more of the simulated pressures and going a little bit more harder after the quarterback at times. Woolen is the guy that will directly benefit from this on the back of it, especially when you get him in those situations where he can play man press, get right up in the guy's face, and then just run with him step for step. The key with Woolen to me is not going to be whether he grows as a tackler and becomes a great run defender. I don't think he'll ever be a great run defender, but I think he certainly can be passable at it at his size and not be a liability completely with it. I think it's the new problem that popped up last year as much as anything that is going to be the thing to really pay attention to him with is, can he lock it in every snap? Is he going to have kind of those snaps from time to time where he just kind of like a kid daydreaming in school, just, he's taking the test, and he just kind of starts to look out the window and think about playing outside and, oh, no, we're doing the test. I got the test I'm doing. Oh yeah, back on this. I need to get it. So can you keep him locked in all the time? That's really the thing. And boy, he's got 25 million reasons to stay locked in, playing and play out this upcoming season. And if he can have that kind of year, he'll earn that kind of contract. So I think you're going to get it from this year. I think that where the defense is at, the positions they're going to put him in, that he is such a good fit for this scheme, he's going to get those opportunities to get those interceptions. And if you as a cornerback are going to get 6-7 interceptions in a year, you've definitely broken through at that point, especially if he can keep the consistent numbers where we want to see him at as far as run defense and tackling goes. And that also is able to come a little bit forward here in his game, or at least somewhat maintained to what it was last year, where he took some big steps in that area of things.